Alright, hello everybody that is here so far. So, today we'll be streaming Resident Evil Code Veronica X with a little gimmick which you'll see in a bit. But first, because I had to use a save file, because I had to use a cheat to make this work and I didn't want to keep the cheat on in case it messed with the game somehow, I can't show you the intro sequence leading up to it. So I downloaded a YouTube video of the original Dreamcast opening, which I mentioned on the podcast is actually a little more interesting than the Code Veronica X intro. So you'll get to see that in the intro cutscene, and I actually don't know how far it goes. So if it doesn't reach the entire gameplay part, I'll just tell you all what happened and then load the save game.
Alright.
Alright, so yeah, here we go. And yeah, I didn't mention, but I'm here with Goggalore and Zen Scissors.
Yeah,
Yep, that's true.
the same two assholes from the podcast episode.
Yep. And yeah, I didn't actually even tell them this because there was very little prep time, in all honesty. But we're probably going to talk over most of the cutscenes and everything because you've had like a year to play it for yourself. It was recorded so long ago.
Steve did nothing wrong 2016.
You don't believe that.
I don't believe that for a goddamn second.
Alright, here's the intro. This is just the attract cutscene. Yeah, look at all the scenes
there
right
it goes.
there.
The American Midwestern town of Raccoon City has been completely decimated due to its E-virus.
This was actually pretty okay for people who hadn't played the previous Resident Evil games to know what's going on. Because it's actually really easy to sum up.
The rookie police officer Leon S. Kennedy managed to
Yeah.
escape
There's an evil company and they basically destroy the city.
Yep.
It's pretty much all
Umbrella's
you need to
evil.
know.
Raccoon City's dead. People don't like Umbrella.
3 months later.
If all you remember about Resident Evil is Steve, you are not gonna like Resident Evil.
Considering he's only in this one. Yeah.
I don't know. Remember the rumors? Resident Evil 6, he's totally in that game.
No.
Jake's
Your
totally Steve.
identification number is WKD 4496.
Just like that stupid theory, Ustanok's totally Wesker.
Her name is Claire Redfield. We caught her trespassing in our Paris lab facility 10 days ago. She apparently infiltrated the complex looking for
I
her
don't
lost
know that
daughter,
people are
Joyce
lukewarm on
Redfield,
either thing. I mean,
one
as I
of the
mentioned at the
surviving
end of the
members of
podcast, this
RCD's
got
famous stars.
really high reviews when it came out.
I guess in general, like, more contemporary standpoint today, people would probably look back on Take Controls in a somewhat lukewarm fashion, but a lot of people do have nostalgia for them.
Yeah, I mean, the HD release actually. I got that when it went on sale on PlayStation Network, so it was like $7, which I think is closer to a fair price for it. But the I remember I checked reviews of it just to make sure that it wasn't broken in any way, which it's not. And yeah, the reviews were like 6 out of 10s and like 5 out of 10s. Like, no way, not this game. But then I realized that it was pretty old. Not the flammable.
Oh man, I can't wait for the movies to steal this exact choreography.
Yeah, except in the movie she doesn't just shoot like 3 dudes when she has
Yup.
Matrix powers. And this, like, purportedly normal human being Claire kills an entire room of people.
Don't move.
Well, the reason people talk about 2 and 4 is because those are like the granddaddies that people say are the best.
Yeah, I mean, this launched on the Dreamcast, and that's what its biggest push was. up until the PS2 version was announced, and then that they were bringing it west, like Code Veronica X was this, like, oh, it's that thing we'll never get, whatever. Oh, we will? Oh, it's on a different console. Oh, it's the one that plays DVDs, so it killed the Dreamcast. Aww.
Well, like, regarding 2 and 4 and why people talk about those is, like, I don't know. I see them both as, like, those are the ones in the series that influenced other things besides just Resident Evil. Like, 2 was like the game that, like, if people were making a survival horror game, they were like, oh, let's make it like Resident Evil 2. And then 4 happened, and then it's like, oh, we're making a third-person shooter. Let's make it like Resident Evil 4. It's like, Code Veronica is good, I think, but it's just like, it's another game like Resident Evil 2.
Yeah. Well, 2 had also a lot more ideas to copy.
Sure did.
It's gonna start over again. I actually don't know how long the video goes either. I think that's about it then. So yeah, there's a bit right after that, which we mentioned in the podcast, where he goes up to the thing. You have to equip a lighter so that you can see him, so you can start the next cutscene, even though I think we all realized that was Rodrigo. And he lets Claire out of the cell and says the island's been attacked, and you're free to go. And he has an empty pill bottle. And I can walk back in that room. We can take a look at it. And here's the twist.
The twist is that you're cheating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so the sniper rifle, you mentioned, you only get it for the boss fight against Nosferatu at the end of Claire's section on disc 2. But, back when I had on the Dreamcast, I mentioned this game doesn't have a lot of replayability stuff in it. And so I messed around with the Game Shark a lot. And it turns out that the sniper rifle works on all the enemies in the game. In fact, it actually has like specific functions against certain enemies in the game, which you'll see in a bit. So I think I'll maybe only pick up like 2 other weapons in the whole game I can think of. Well, I'll pick up stuff to show it off, I guess, but pretty much what you see.
When it says 255, is that just because you have infinite ammo and that doesn't have an infinite symbol, or is that like you have 255 bullets?
I only have 255. When the cheat's active, it sets so that you always have infinite sniper rifle in whatever inventory slot you set it to be in. But the cheat's off now, so I have 255 sniper rifle bullets to get through the game, which is probably way more than I need. We'll see, but probably more than I need.
More than enough to kill anything that moves. Also, regarding how it's weird that both the games that people talk about all out start Leon. Don't forget he's also in Resident Evil Gaiden, which is probably the worst Resident Evil game ever made.
It's got some competition. There's some really shitty Resident Evil games.
I honestly don't think there's anything worse than Gaiden.
It's definitely up there. I don't like Gun Survivor.
At least it wasn't on the Game Boy Color.
So here's the cell you start in. There's actually an herb in here, which probably you wouldn't get, because, I mean, as soon as you open up the lighter, he lets you out of the cell, and there's not much reason to go back.
Oh. I don't think I've ever actually found that. So there you go.
Yeah, and occasionally you need to equip the lighter, which, look at it's lighting these environments. Look at this advanced Dreamcast technology.
Let's see, is there a way to turn down just sound effects is what the chat is saying. The rest of the audio balance seems fine.
I can drop the general PlayStation audio, the emulator audio bit.
Does the game actually have audio settings, or is this way before that became a thing? I know for sure it doesn't have any fucking video settings. It's like, hey, you want to adjust the brightness? Fuck with your TV until it looks good.
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, just adjust the monitor position and all your colors correct.
Yep, old game fucking option menus. You can do about 2 things, that's about it.
Okay, how's it sound now?
Oh, shit, we can talk about how Claire doesn't look anything like Claire in that option screen.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe like an old build or
Kinda.
something, I have no idea. Looks like Rebecca.
I was gonna say, it's looking a little Rebecca-ish. Then again, I did just watch fucking Resident Evil 0 today.
here's the knife. Well, I guess I can just grab it. Because I'm not going to be taking any bullets.
You're not gonna pick up the best weapon, the one that you saw fit to show me that it is possible to play through the game with.
Yeah, I knew you could beat the whole game with it, but I didn't know you could beat the whole game with no damage using the knife. It doesn't look fun, but... Also, I'm not totally useless control scheme for the emulator and everything, so I might occasionally forget that the B button on my controller is run and also quick turn. I played this game the entire way through the first time without knowing there was quick turn.
That probably caused more than a few problems.
And
How'd
just-
that Steve part go for you?
well, I think my brother and I cheated the first time to have infinite health also, so... God, Game Shark made us not really play most games in a sensible manner.
Oh, good old-fashioned Game Shark.
They're the scary stairs.
I think I only used Game Shark ever to fuck with, like, Majora's Mask, and that's about it.
Also, well, I totally forgot what I was gonna say, so let's keep going.
Oops, sorry. I don't know, I think the nonsensical stories of Resident Evil are kind of the pull. They're like fun little, like, little B-movie plots. It's kind of really fun.
This guy's face is so... That's the most
Yeah, a
pizza
little.
zombies.
So deadly and so delicious.
Lots.
So here's the first zombie encounter in the entire game.
I like that we're just not going to address that at all. Or am I not coming through? I don't actually.
You're coming through. A little quiet, though.
Oh, it's probably because Sid's getting his ass kicked by zombies. We're not talking about Resident Evil 6. That guy took more than one shot. Right?
But yeah,
Pizza power.
they can be headshot with the sniper rifle.
Something's odd about these fellows. I
Wow,
don't know
I
where.
swear I'm not gonna need all 255 shots.
Yeah, you sure about that?
I will say, I think it's a missed opportunity that they never had a Lord Raptor reference from Darkstalkers in a Resident Evil game. That is something that should have happened. It's not gonna happen now because we don't give a shit about Darkstalkers.
So yeah, as you can see, the knife is actually pretty good in this game. That didn't take 10 years.
Yeah, it wasn't the what was it? I think it's like 31 knives you need to kill a Crimson Head in remake. It's ridiculous. This ain't that knife. This one's a lot better.
I wonder what could be up there. Oh well. Oh no!
You just kill Steve.
Oh, if only.
Wah! Wait, don't shoot!
Who are you?
Huh? You're not a zombie.
Of course you're
Oh,
not
wait.
a zombie. You
Wait
shot
right
at
there.
him with a gun.
I'm coming over.
Yeah, those zombies don't come along till in later games. Come on.
Sorry about
Five,
that little
I guess.
misunderstanding. But I thought you were another
Six.
one of those monsters.
6
up.
especially.
Make one wrong move
Claire
and I'll
says the
shoot.
thing she should say to Steve the entire game. Shut up.
That's beautiful. I said I was sorry. My name's Steve.
But he's so
I was a
sorry.
prisoner on this island. And I'm guessing.
We're still
You're not
having
from
audio
the-
problems, I guess.
No, I'm Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire. Nice. I'll
How
remember
about
that.
now?
Hey, I heard there's an airport around here. And once I find it, I can finally escape from this crazy island. I'll see ya.
Hey, wait up!
I don't want you following me, lady. You'll only slow me
So, like, Steve's, like, weird choker thing. Like, I guess it's supposed to look like a belt, but I always think it looks like a digital clock.
Gotta know what time it is.
I just expect it to be flashing 12 all the time.
So yeah, this guy has handgun bullets on him. Anyways.
Yeah, as for Steve's age, I think he's like 17. He just looks and sounds 12. I don't think this game has
No,
subtitles.
no subtitles.
No, this is the time before subtitles.
You say that, but, like,
I was gonna say even nowadays.
well, also, the first 3 did have subtitles.
Oh, I mean like selectable subtitles and shit. I don't know. I never fucked with Resident Evil menus to begin with.
I think it's a
Sure they
prison
did.
collar.
He got a hefty allowance, and he bought a real cool collar. We are on Rockford Island.
Yeah, Rockford Island. I don't remember where that island is supposed to be.
Is it ever really established? I don't really remember.
Somewhere. It's an island.
Yep, Island Land. That's where we are.
And yeah, there's just a toilet in here for... Well, I mean, it's in here because there's supposed to be a toilet in here. But there's nothing to get there or anything. Just to have a cool framed shot of a toilet in moonlight.
Think of it as like we're in like the umbrella equivalent of like
Alcatraz.
of like Alcatraz or like Zanzibar land or something.
Yeah. Oh man,
Okay,
we're
here we
those
go.
guinea pigs.
South of
Oh,
the equator.
This game would be improved if Steve was just The Rock.
drastically, because there wouldn't be any Steve, and there would be The Rock.
Anyways, yeah, that's your first hint that Alfred is just a man who loves murder.
Good old Alfred Ashford.
I never thought about it, but that's maybe set up to be like a scare that that thing might get you, but no, there's only one thing that'll wake him up. Trying to take these bullets.
So how quick are you gonna run out of inventory space because you pick up a lot of things and the game didn't expect you to have a 2 inventory slot gun that you don't normally have?
When does this take place? I'm pretty sure it takes place after Raccoon City gets its shit wrecked in Before 4.
I think it is 3, according
Yeah,
to the intro, it's
3
like
months
3 months after Raccoon City. So,
Yeah.
December? Like, or December or January 1998 or 1999.
It's okay, we're almost to the security box, and then I can dump the knife forever. And these guns, too, because I just want to show them off for a bit.
Also, with the idea of Sean Connery playing Steve, only if he wears the Zardoz outfit, then I'll allow it. Gun is good. Penis is bad.
Also, RE canon is relatively linear up until Revelations happens, and they're like, fuck it, we'll just go back and fill in spots.
Anyways, that's it's supposed to be a dog, but it sounds kind of like a tiger.
Gotta go fight Jago over here.
And then there's another scare with the zombies.
Oh
immediately.
no!
Yeah. Now, this is the piece of music I mentioned on the podcast as being the one that actually legitimately creeped me out. I looked it up. Well, I had to look up the soundtrack to put it on the podcast. It's called Putrid Smell.
There's some funny ass names on the Code Veronica OSD.
Actually have that up. Let me look at some of these names.
Well, I think like the Bandersnatch theme is like elongated left arm.
Pulsating.
Little on the nose there.
Right arm, I think.
Right arm, that's what it
Pulsating
was.
right arm.
There's a song on here called Steve's Chafe.
Yep.
So, yeah, you might have seen that for a second, but you can aim guns in 2 directions now.
Well, there's an important question apparently. Are we gonna get the Dij? The D-I-J?
Oh, the diary? I mean, if I beat the entire game and get to battle mode, I guess. I don't know if that's in the scope of this screen.
I'm just gonna keep naming songs from the soundtrack. There's Hot Rescue.
I remember Hot Rescue. That's another one.
That's the one where you want to leave Steve to die.
But you can't.
Other Side of Glass.
Deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
You know, the other side.
Also, you don't have to leave the sniper rifle because apparently it's not made of metal, which I'm pretty sure like is. On one hand, I think it's just that they didn't flag it to be made of metal because it doesn't show up in this part of the game. So yeah. But I mean, it would make sense in the document about it that it's about the metal that you need to get through the metal detector can be used to make weapons.
There's a song on here just called Not Alexia. I'm guessing I know where that's from, but
I know there's one called Not Steve. Thanks, game.
Well, it very much is, though.
a track called You Think You're Safe Now. Go with the digger?
That's
What?
the one where they go
Okay.
through the wall. Yeah. Also,
Yeah, but that's a weird name.
Yep. Here are the BOW gas rounds that we won't be able to get until way later. And those are the only ones in the game. And it's not enough to kill anything.
There's a song called Sub-Zero. Is that just the Chinese Ninja Warrior song?
This game should have Chinese Ninja Warrior. with his heart so cold. Hey, there are cool Steves in video games, like Steve Fox. He's cool.
Chris Redfield.
What are you doing here?
It's a song called Silence of the Air.
Chris Redfield. Is he a relative of yours or something?
You mean my brother?
And another one called The Code is Veronica. So if you couldn't figure out that puzzle from the diary entry and the name of the game, the
Well, it seems
soundtrack
your
also
brother
tells
is
you.
under surveillance by Umbrella.
What?
You get it yet? Fucking Veronica. Come on.
I've got to contact Leon and tell him to let my brother know he's being monitored. It's a good
This is
thing
a
I
track
have
called
access to my
Invincible with an
technology.
exclamation mark at the end.
Well, that file shows.
Huh.
That's where he fights Sundowner.
What do you say? Your
I think it's
brother
actually
is
probably
asking for
where
help?
where Chris is fighting Wesker at the end.
Just kidding.
Just Wesker is invincible.
There's no way he could get
Oh
here,
yeah,
even if he
you're
is your
Steve being a
brother.
dick about Claire
Yes, he
sending an
can, I'm
email to
sure
her
of it.
brother.
Now she sent it to Leon.
Oh yeah.
He won't come. You'll just end up disappointed if you rely on others. Believe me, I know.
Oh man, chat's devolving into just putting not Steve or Steve into titles of video games.
Well, I should let you know I don't have chat overlay enabled, so none of this is gonna be in the final video.
Dark Souls
fuck
2,
it.
Scholar of the First Steve.
I know you all do this for the fame.
We're on this video. It's not going to be professional.
Yeah.
I do
Oh,
need
it's
to
not
know.
Resident Evil 4.
Oh, damn.
Also, yeah, I misspoke on the podcast and say you want to check the computer to get this emblem. That's how they make you get it. But it's actually that document there. Which you can't read.
Wah, wah.
So anyways, if you try to take the emblem through,
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
all the shutters close. Resident Steve. There we go.
Yeah. See what Steve's already done.
Yet another thing.
Good job, Steve.
Anyways, oh no, zombies.
Oh, I've never seen those.
I think we addressed it in the podcast, but there are so many times this game has oh no zombies cutscenes.
There's a bunch. Even like later into the game.
Yeah, 255 bullets is not fucking enough bullets.
Well, if we could mod Barry Burton into games, then I would want him in every game.
Here's my question: do you get 2 hunting rifles when you get to Antarctica?
Want to get to what?
When you get to Antarctica, do you get a second hunting rifle?
No, I mean, I'm gonna have to leave this in the box for Chris to take it. Ah, fuck, I probably should have taken another gun. This is really hard with just the sniper rifle. Yeah, Phil, but I don't have the knife with me. I left it in the security box. As you can see, that thing's not active until you get close enough. Or that one, I actually didn't know that.
The zombies are trying so hard.
Oh yeah, we mentioned the game doesn't tell you how to use the zoom on the sniper rifle. Yeah, we also didn't mention it, but you just press the L button, which is the switch target button.
But the game also doesn't really tell you there's a switch target button, so...
Yeah, and here are the zombies that came back even though I killed all of them. Which is why you really shouldn't do it.
Yeah, they just kind of respawn in here, so...
Oh yeah, they slump up against walls.
It's the zombie action that's too hot for Twitch. All these naked ass zombies. Apparently named Steve, according to the chat. This is turning into that episode from Mystery Science Theater, where everyone's fucking named Steve.
Alright, let's get 3D.
Oh man, 3D. Whoa! Mind is blown.
It's just like Resident Evil 1.
Wow, I actually forgot that the word Roentgenography was in here.
Wow.
Thanks, Carl Redhill. So yeah, we can use this revolutionary metal to make a key, because Claire doesn't want to throw a piece of metal through some metal detectors. It is weird how much stuff like your characters do that should be like highly skilled labor.
Well, yeah, even like retroactively, like Resident Evil 0 made it so that everybody apparently has medical training except for Billy Cohen.
Yeah, he's just big and muscly. That's all he's good at.
Billy can't mix herbs. Literally everyone else in Resident Evil can.
But apparently he can shoot his guns harder.
Which,
Is that really a thing?
yes, Billy just, he does more damage with weapons.
In the security.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It really doesn't.
Yeah, so anyways, there's the fire extinguisher that you'll want to come back to later if you want the Magnum. And actually, if you don't want the zombies to break through the window,
The bow gas round. We talked about that in the podcast. I still don't know what they do. Like you explained it to me. I still don't know.
yeah, I mean, if we get far enough. Also, I totally thought there were 6 rounds in this thing, but no. 3 bowgas rounds. Now, normally, as soon as you pick that up, the zombies all crash through the windows.
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
Now they'll just hit the window forever. And we're done. I think those zombies you hear are actually the ones on the other side of a door you need to open later.
Where to now? Is it the training facility or is it the palace?
The palace.
Oh man, the palace. Hey, it's a zombie that looks like Piers, I think was his name.
Piers. Somehow the most forgettable character in Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, they like put him in so they could have a like bro dynamic going on, but yeah, it's if they kept up the ridiculous intensity of like the first conversation, I might have liked it better.
It would have helped.
Because that felt like it was out of like Point Break or something.
Would have helped make Chris's campaign not be the most fucking awful one. But I wonder if Zen disagrees with me because he hates Jake so much.
No, Chris's is definitely the worst. It's definitely the worst one.
It also seems like the re-release of Zero has tempered your opinions on 6 a bit.
Like I said, you know, like, I have my problems with 0, I have my problems with 6. I'm not hyperbolic enough to say I think they're the worst fucking Resident Evil games ever. No. No one thinks like Operation Raccoon City and Gaiden exist.
Man, the cutscenes in Operation Raccoon City are so bad.
They're really not good.
Oh, his hat didn't come off. As you can see, it looked like I blew his head off, but I did not.
Yeah, just 0 is just kind of mediocre. It's really...
I feel so bad because, again, I really want to like it because I do like the train part.
Yeah, the beginning is the best part of that game.
And then it's just, there's just nothing.
Oh my god, the hat turns into a flat texture when it lands.
Oh no! That's magic. T Veronica virus is magic.
No.
That's unfortunate that 0 is the first one you played. This was the first one I played, Code Veronica, so that shaped my view of the series quite appropriately.
My first one was 3. And that's why it's my favorite.
Yeesh.
Every time I look at 0, I try to give it a chance, and then I see the eliminators, and that chance goes away. Because the eliminators suck so bad.
We took hunters and we replaced them with monkeys.
Just monkeys.
Yeah. Also, when I was messing around with sequence breaking stuff in this game, if you don't come here soon enough, then it can't trigger the cutscene where she looks at the painting because there's like enemies around, I guess. So then you can't progress any further.
Huh.
Weird.
When I was younger, I memorized this code by heart. And since I played this game last year, I now remembered it probably for the next, like, 5 years. Whoops! I didn't misremember it, I just pressed the wrong buttons. Because I'm also using the button on my gamepad as push to talk. Is that George Washington?
It might be. I don't know. It might be George the Third. It looks like generic man from that time.
I legitimately like want to know if there is like a blog or like a Tumblr or something where it's just like found all these actual pictures people have just put in video games.
Yeah.
That would interest me. It's like, all right, here's all the games that picture of Napoleon on horseback is in.
Anyways, here's where you're supposed to find out the code for the door. But if you enter the code before you take it, then it'll never give you the prompt to just discard it permanently, because that comes up when you put in the code. But yeah, you open it up and then you swirl it around in 3D and it has the code on the back. Also, I mentioned that like the HD version didn't, like, it does for the most part just like look the same. But it also has like some textures that are more visible in the items you can examine. And I wish I could remember, but some stuff does not say what the game says it is on the texture. Yeah, like with anything, I'd say play Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, for I don't know. It is my favorite, so I'm kind of biased by saying that it's still really good.
Like
But
nowadays,
it is still good.
Yeah. Nowadays, I'd say the 2 you'd probably want to give it a chance to remake in 4.
Yeah, and the remake, definitely.
Because like the way I see it, I kind of think of it like Castlevania, where Resident Evil Remake is kind of like the Super Castlevania 4 of Resident Evil, and Resident Evil 4 is kind of the Symphony of the Night.
Anyways, here we go. Here's the thing we somehow forgot to mention when we first got there.
Oh, Lord.
I think because we're too busy being angry about Steve.
Did we somehow fail to mention the video? Because
No,
I think
just
we
didn't.
mentioned it.
No, we mentioned it, just not when it came up, actually.
Mm.
This is one of the first times I'd seen a film like this in a game, but I mean, I didn't play Silent Hill or anything before this.
Oh man, I can't wait for the symbolism.
They're creepy.
Hey, if you didn't know by now, Ashford's are real fucked up, all of them.
Anyways, here's a pair of guns. Perfect.
Oh, lordy Lou.
And they're fucking empty.
I like the wavy screen effect.
It's the heat haze.
Does it actually kill you if you stay in this room for too long? I've never bothered to
Yeah, I
try
never
that.
tried.
Yeah, you know, I think I tried staying in here for a while. I don't think it eventually kills you.
Yeah, it makes you stuck in here unless you put the looters back, so that'd
Yeah.
be enough. And don't forget that captain's wheel. Have to go to the underwater airport later.
Yeah, we need to get to it using a submarine that only goes up and down in a small pool of water.
Actually, you probably want to go there sooner rather than get the sidetrack.
Yeah.
Yeah! Help me!
Steve?
There it is.
Oh no!
Yeah, I think we mentioned in the podcast that you hear the alarm, but actually not until you go in here. So you might think he's somewhere else, but
Steve is suffering just the way I want it.
sit on that for a bit.
Oh, it feels good. What a mansion! Indeed. I always loved these symbols. You got like knife, gun, plane, other gun, battleship, and ant.
So are you just fucking up this puzzle on purpose?
No, I actually just couldn't forget what the second.
It's just it's only the guns.
Oh, right, yeah.
Those are the only ones where they're actually in pairs.
But I found something, thanks to you. Looks cool, huh?
I also forgot how ungrateful
Oh,
he
I need
sounds when he
those.
says I
Give
found
them
something
to
thanks to
me.
you.
You gotta be
Fuck
kidding.
it.
I found it.
Yeah, I got my Diddy pistols.
Fine. Let's make a deal. I'll trade you for something fully automatic. See you around, Claire. Adios.
You're too slow.
Steve!
I like how she holds the hunting rifle in these scenes.
Yep, and yeah, Steve could have just put the guns back. But he didn't figure it out.
I mean, of course Claire talks to him like he's a child. He acts like one.
When you fucking play as Steve for that one little bit, if you try to do anything even remotely like a puzzle, he basically blows it off like, ah, fuck that.
Oh no!
I forget
That's
Claire
not a gun.
dodges the bullet.
How dare you interfere with my operation?
What are you talking
I was really hoping she would just have the hunting rifle in this scene too.
You can lead your people
No, it
to this
disappears.
I have no idea what you're babbling about.
base. You don't fool me. I am Alfred Ashford, commander of this base.
Oh? You must be one of Umbrella's lower level officers if you're in command of a backwater base like this one.
How dare you! The Ashford family is among the world's first and finest. My grandfather is one of the original founders of Umbrella.
Pretty much.
Also, I mean, I think when he says among the first and finest, he means first place, but it still sounds like he's
Now
saying they're one of the first families to
Why
ever
have you
exist.
attacked this installation?
richest caveman family.
Shortly after you arrived, my base was attacked. You must have informed your people of its location.
I still don't follow you. I really don't know anything about that.
Unacceptable! How can you deny
Mentioning that.
has been destroyed?
Oh, what?
Ah, your audio flipped out.
Oh, whoops. So I remember somebody mentioning that, like, Alfred should just come back. It's like, yeah, fuck it. Bring him back.
Do you work for? Who's
Yeah, he dies, but when's that stopped anybody in Resident Evil?
Have
Pretty
it
much.
your way, then. You're just a rat in a cage.
I had the laser coming out of the scope.
Be sure to keep you
No wonder he can't hit
entertained
anything.
before I dispose of you.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Also,
think we mentioned the bathroom, but,
Fucking
there
Alfred.
it is.
Sup, nerds?
Hi, Dup. We're recording.
Figured. You want me to mute?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Okay, sorry.
that's right.
Whatever.
So as you can see, the bats don't attack you if you have the lighter equipped.
Yep.
I'm not gonna pick up anything in there because I'm just gonna put it in the item box. But yeah, what's funny about that is that you can, we mentioned, trade the lighter later for lockpicks. The area right after that, if you want to get the handgun upgrade, actually I think you have to go into there anyway, but there's a tunnel full of bats.
Yep. I was just thinking about it, it is weird that, like, I don't think you can turn on the laser sight on the hunting rifle ever, despite it being the same gun.
Yeah, it has a scope. Why would you need a laser sight?
If it meant I could aim it in third person rather than having used that fucking terrible scope,
Oh yeah, definitely then.
I would prefer that.
I also don't think we mentioned the maps at all, but that's pretty straightforward.
It's a map. It's the same as in every other Resident Evil game.
Yeah, it does mark off, like, doors you haven't opened yet or can open.
Which is nice.
Also, wow, an octagonal hollow. I'm surprised we don't have to, you know, whittle off parts of the steering wheel to use it somewhere else.
Now that happens later. But yeah, the crank hole adapter is a thing in this game. It's just not until we get to Antarctica.
Look, that's the best water PS2 can afford, alright?
Also, as you can see, we're equipped with side pack now, except you can't see it because it doesn't show up on our... Also, they go through all that effort to escape from the island using the cargo plane. Which is why I assume this submarine can literally only go up and down.
I will say, I think that's probably my favorite part of fucking Code Veronica is, like, out of all the Resident Evils, it has some of the most ridiculous shit.
Yeah, it has all the, like, stuff that they don't bring attention to, but they use mundane stuff in really weird ways. And as you can see, the zombie doesn't entirely understand how to get around obstacles. There we go.
He's just not trying hard enough.
Why the long face?
I can't wait till it fishes a boss. Yeah, that doesn't happen.
It almost does.
Yeah, it does. God.
Oh, the PSO stream. I mean, I ideally want to do that with some people. Like playing along with me, but I don't even know who still has it installed.
Is that Phantasy Star Online 1?
Yeah.
I have that installed. I installed that a while ago. I never got to play it with anybody.
Also, I don't know if Behold has it installed, but I am sure she'll download it.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, there we go. There's the first mention of the albinoid.
I still don't get how this hangar works. It is at least partially underwater. And there's like shit in the way of where the plane needs to go.
Well, the idea about the bridge is that there'd be like multiple crews operating it. Here's an idea they've used in Resident Evil 4, but actually made it for something more interesting than moving that.
Oh yeah, where you play crane game with Ganados.
Yup, that was awesome.
Anyways, whoa, zombies!
Oh no!
There's a trick I didn't mention that you can do with these guys. So, since this lift can move up and down, they can't get on the lift. But also, the lift is bigger than one person long. Wow, they're never gonna get here.
Taking their damn time.
Hey, I believe in you.
I like that zombie. He's got moxie.
Ignore that I missed a stationary target. And music cuts. Does the Biohazard card count as a title drop?
Not
If you
in this
wanted
version.
Oh yeah, they are. Well, I guess because they can fly over here, so they count as enemies. Because, I mean, as we saw earlier, that zombie was a little bit off screen. Didn't count.
You're seeing French XCOM ads because this is a cultured stream.
Also because you don't have AdBlock installed.
That too.
This sounds a lot like a toilet, so summary. It's only been 1 hour. Sweet.
Yeah.
Making so much progress in this game with this gun I'm not supposed to have.
This is a world record speedrun right here.
It turns out when you cheat, it's faster.
Not when I cheated to give Steve the crossbow. That took forever.
I don't think giving Steve anything's gonna make him more effective.
Infinite ammo.
He'll still miss everything.
Steve already has infinite ammo.
Yeah, one of the few video game characters to have plot infinite ammo. Actually, that's not true at all.
Yeah, Steve and Solid Snake.
I guess if you gave him like Sendel's powers where his voice just hurts people physically, then yeah.
Oprah.
Yeah, this is one of the enemies in the game I don't really like that much.
I think it's fine, but it comes... This is the game that came after Resident Evil 3, where they also had this enemy, basically.
Yeah, well, they were developed concurrently.
They were.
So, I mean, they didn't know.
You could, like, look over. They both worked at Capcom and be like, hey, are you putting a really crappy worm thing into your game? Yeah? Well, we're doing that too.
Yeah, Goldworm and Gravedigger not too strong.
I forgot how casually they just dropped that there's a red human skeleton picture in the back of the room.
Yeah, those are the red skeletons. Those are the ones that put themselves back together. Mr. Careless.
Oh, so the trigger is taking the bowgun. I thought it was the file. Hey, look, the number. Also, yeah, here it is.
Yeah, you can
Crown
actually
Jewels
see,
game.
you can actually see the number.
That painting makes my day.
Biohazard contamination detected. Level 3. Emergency shutters will close. All personnel evacuate immediately.
That was close.
She's saying that to us.
Don't break the fourth wall, Claire.
I mean, Leon does that for a lot.
Well, I could believe that Leon would just be a dude who thinks people are watching him. Like, he's convinced there's an audience watching him at all times.
Okay, that wasn't my fault. He wasn't activated.
Yeah, Leon's basically a Let's Player. I'd believe it.
I thought there was at least going to be something that tells you why you can't open the lockers, because there's actually stuff in there that's on disc 2. But we're going to want to get what's in that drawer, the cabinet. I mean, we mentioned on the podcast, let's get the gunpowder arrows.
Yep. Gunpowder arrows, the secret best weapon of this video game. It's slightly less damage than the Magnum, but you can fire it way faster and there's more of them.
Exactly.
One of these had a first aid spray in it.
I guess the neat thing about the bow gun is you can just fucking load up as many arrows as you want. There are like 100 of them.
And Claire describes what a sauna is.
Is this the only RE game where the crossbow is actually worth using? No. It was actually not good, but it was usable in 2, and then...
It was a spread shotgun, right?
Yeah, it was like a spread shot thing in 2. And then... not that I would recommend you play it, but if you were going to play Ada's campaign in 6...
Yeah, it's not too bad there.
It's pretty good there.
I never used it in 2, so...
It does about as much damage as the handgun.
Okay.
So if you run out of handgun bullets, it's pretty alright.
Well, if you shoot an enemy in the head with it, no matter what, they don't come back from that with the bowgun.
Like, let's just say it's not as good as the shotgun that Leon gets in the same way in 2. Which is a bit of an understatement.
Right, okay, so you can see this in the non-HD versions. It does not say storage.
Yeah, no, it does not say storage.
But yeah, also as you see, it went from key with tag to storage key when you examine it. Oh, alright, right. Yeah, I mean, it's also like something that's gone away in more recent games, obviously, is that you don't really just examine random objects all around the environment for flavor text, really. Probably because there's just stuff everywhere.
Also, just people don't put it in games anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's like flavor text, but you get like log entries about enemies and stuff like that. There's like,
it's like
sort of lore
yeah.
modifying thing.
Just sort of starting with like horror games that are like Amnesia and Number and all that. They've replaced examining everything with the ability to pick up and like throw and flail around everything in the environment.
Just a generic statue. Also, I didn't show it at that part just because I'm a little damaged. I should turn on infinite health or something. Whatever. But if you aim the sniper rifle up at where Alfred is, there's no one standing there. There's just a laser coming out of nothing.
After you die, then that's just where we're done.
Wow, I forgot to get the gunpowder arrows. Whoops.
Fuck it. So you might want to save before fighting the Bandersnatch then.
Also, looky here. Yes, medicine used to stop someone bleeding should be used on someone who is wounded.
Probably.
I guess it's weird to think that, like, the hemostatic is plot medicine, whereas green herbs are video game mechanic medicine. You can't just bring, like, an herb back to Rodrigo and be like, here, cram this in your side, you'll be fine.
Hey, D.I.J.
Welcome, Claire.
I mean, that happens when you have, like, actual medicine or actual medical problems, and then, like, video game medicine. Like the whole thing of, oh, why don't you just toss the Phoenix down at them in Final Fantasy?
And do not disappoint me by dying too soon. I so want to enjoy this.
I still love this dramatic zoom on the radio.
Oh no, the radio!
Ha!
Take that.
Anyways, here's the longest scary door sequence, I think.
Oh yeah, this one takes forever.
I think I joked that it takes just long enough so that if you die fighting the Bandersnatch, you'll be annoyed having to do it again.
Ah, how convenient.
So here it is.
Yep.
The Bandersnatch.
Oh, well, alright.
Unironically, like, one of my favorite Resident Evil enemies because of how goofy it is.
It's really goofy. I really like them.
I was too busy killing it because I didn't know how able I would be, but yeah, it jumps down here. If you go back up the steps, it stretches its arm up to the railing and climbs back up.
Yeah, the thing that's annoying about them is they have a really long reach and a lot of mobility. and the game likes putting them fucking everywhere after
Yep.
this point.
Oh, yeah!
Look how long he stares at her, too. Oh, yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Oh yeah, that felt good.
I also
Don't
have
worry, Claire.
Man.
Shining armor is.
I have noticed after watching a bit of Zero that like Steve does things that Billy basically does later, except Billy doesn't fucking talk afterwards to ruin it.
I got your back.
Whatever. Here, take these.
Machine.
Yeah, can we just replace fucking Steve with Billy so Steve can be in Zero? And I can give less of a shit about Zero.
Okay.
I actually feel like that must have been like the idea. Like technically they're both convicts and they're both like supposed to be cool dudes,
My kind of
but it works with Billy and it doesn't at all with Steve.
Not at all with Steve.
This thing's empty. You cheated me.
Yeah, Steve and Rebecca, what a winning combo, I know.
Just for you.
I like Rebecca, but
And
Give me
yeah, that would not go well either, just because of Steve.
I'm not a big fan of Rebecca. I don't hate her, but
You're
I
heavier
mean,
than
I
you
feel
look.
like
Hurry up.
I would believe if she was better written later that she could be more likable. Whereas if Steve, what if he came back, I'd be disappointed already. But
yeah, exactly.
yeah. Anyways, here's one clip of ammo that will refill his 2 guns.
What?
Just break it in half.
Now that your knight has made his appearance,
Sorry, magazine.
he can join.
I will say, I don't hate Rebecca as much as Shinji Mikami does, because I know he doesn't like Rebecca at all.
Well, Shinji Mikami also kind of hates things that make kind of fun on occasion.
Okay, let's do it. Wait here, Claire. Time
I wrote
to
a letter
test out
for
what
the
you took.
Vanquish episode basically saying that. So when that gets recorded, maybe that will come up.
Still got 2 hours of the long play to rewatch.
Hey, we still have that hour of fucking Dirge of Cerberus left.
Oh god.
Well,
By the
we're
way,
not
there will
podcasting
not-
on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's not
That's
a
true.
podcast episode for that.
Oh,
it's just
are
we
you- come
decided
on.
to watch Dirge of Cerberus because we have a lot of time on our hands, I guess.
Why
just
would
check
she
this
want
out.
to do an episode on Dirge of Cerberus?
Because it's not good.
No, it's
That
not.
defeats the purpose of the podcast.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do want to do an episode on 6, but I think the ways that fails are more interesting. Dirge of Cerberus fails in really banal, boring, absolutely
Oh
predictable
yeah,
ways.
Dirge of Cerberus is fucking terrible. It is not worth talking about or remembering.
Here's what happens if you go back in this room.
Fucking Grimoire Valentine.
You're not done yet.
I agree,
Just
Claire.
rotates in place.
Oh yeah.
She has more than one voice clip, though. Aw, you can only go once. Because other times she, like, asks if she's getting scared and stuff. Actually, well, we're still able to be Steve. Here's the item he carries. And his jacket, by the way, says Rockford Prisoner 267, criminal.
Also, his dad is the most dad-looking dad ever. Like, holy shit.
He's pretty short. He's only 5.5 feet tall.
Pretty short for a badass action hero.
Mm-hmm. Watch out for that fart gas. It's the same color.
Also, wow, I didn't notice. Well, I forgot. I've definitely seen it before, but if you, that's one of the first zombies in the game that can just, like, vomit on you.
It was dirty work, but this area is now clean. See? You can depend on me. You see? This thing is a lot more reliable than any person.
Than people?
Whoops, I revealed that I'm weird.
Steve, what were you doing here? Who brought you here,
Also,
and
it's
where
weird
is your
that he
family?
says you can depend on me, and
Shut
it says
up!
guns are more
I don't want to
reliable
talk
than
about it.
I don't think Steve knows what he wants.
Steve.
Wastes all that ammo. Not that it matters.
Let's get going.
It only matters when it's like a plot thing, but Steve needs to run out of bullets.
Yeah, definitely one limitation of this engine, though, is you still don't see people open doors in the game.
Let me walk into this loading screen.
Yeah, see, that's why it stops you there, because you can't show you Steve opening the door, because there's no such animation. So I wonder if our little friend is down here. Probably not. All clear.
Good job, Steve. I'm blaming you for that.
What is his fault?
Are you okay?
Steve, behind you!
Is that the second time Claire Redfield has fallen through a hole for no reason in these games?
Probably.
This is what happens in the police station too.
What's wrong, Steve? Shoot him!
I guess that's her thing.
I can't!
Falling through shit.
Steve!
I don't really remember if it happens anywhere in Revelations 2.
No! Ah!
What emotion.
Steve.
That's Heartbreaks 3, 2, 1.
Father. 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 Dad. Used to work for Umbrella. Tried to steal.
Still really do like that, like, there's that little
Sell it off to the high.
clip of the zombie still, like, moving. So it's clear the zombie isn't dead. All Steve did was, like, move him off of Claire with the power of shooting him a lot.
Oh, Steve.
That's a powerful scene.
He was a fool to do something so reckless. So stupid.
There's that Steve theme. Also, yeah, I don't think we got around to mentioning it on the podcast, but you looked up
It's
the
okay.
composer, right?
Just
Montgomery?
rest.
Yeah, I forget what it was we found, though.
Did they
was
work
like
on dating sims?
they worked on some dating sims, and then they also worked on something that was actually notable. I just don't remember what. Let me
Yeah,
look
I'm
it up.
trying to remember.
Yeah, Steve has no dignity.
Dudley's disappointed.
Yeah. Looking it up, there are actually 3 composers. One of them worked on a lot of dating sims.
Yeah, Tremors, Dune, whatever you want to think of when you think of giant worms.
Here we go.
That always gets me, the fucking climbing up the walls. Looks so goddamn goofy.
Yeah, that's what it was. One of the composers was the composer for 2 of the Time Crisis games.
That's what it was.
Yeah, these actually have less HP than the first one. Which I think is actually fairly common in Resident Evil games for the introduced enemies to be a bit stronger.
Yeah, Takeshi Miura, chief composer for Code Veronica, also a composer on Time Crisis 3 and 4, and voice actor for Chip's Enough in Guilty Gear.
Oh god, fucking Chip. I hate Chip so much. President of the United States, Chip.
A ninja.
That's the stupidest shit. Fuck Guilty Gear's plot. It's the dumbest shit. But I do kind of enjoy it.
Here's something I was trying to show off earlier. Killing a zombie on the stairs.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Actually, a really nice touch.
Yeah.
Just fall all the way down.
That's probably the first one that will successfully vomit on you, though, if you're playing normally. And as you can see, you can not headshot zombies on the ground.
Gotta respect their iframes on certain body parts.
I think I'll maybe keep the knife with me just in case.
We're about to go to the fucking area that is kind of awesome for how ridiculous it is. I forget. Is it just called the castle or something?
It's just called the private house.
The private house.
Pretty sure. Also, one thing I did mention in this room, this is the first place I remember seeing it, but if your inventory is full and you try to pick up an herb, I'm pretty sure this is the first game that lets you just use it on the spot.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it is. I was trying to remember if 3 does, but I don't think it does.
There are some fireplaces you can light in this game too, which we didn't mention. Which usually you can just reveal an item sometimes.
Well, I didn't mention it because I actually didn't know you could do that, so... but this part...
Use this again for no reason.
Yep. So you're supposed to interact with the... Or wait. That shows you the video before you put the password.
Yeah.
Yeah, Code Veronica does have a really good save room theme.
Pretty much they all do. It's weird that they cut that after 4.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
There's the one in 5 that's only in Lost in Nightmares, but yeah.
Also, like 4 has the save screen theme.
Well, it has that, but it also anytime there's a typewriter or the merchant specifically around has like a theme that's like that.
Also, one thing I forgot that kind of annoys me about this puzzle is you have to activate the computer to activate this so you can enter the code, but it immediately takes you to the password input screen.
I'm trying to remember the password. It's like 1970 something. I don't remember what the last digit was. One, I guess.
Is the music box arrangement of the song?
Well, we need to play it like twice in the same room.
Well, the first music box arrangement of the song.
Because there's multiple.
This song will not shut the fuck up ever in this game.
Yeah, as you can see, like I thought that this next like jump scare thing happened automatically because usually you're trying to move at the end of the cutscene anyway, but no, it actually happens as soon as you do any input at all. I will tap left.
Fucking AI reading inputs.
The sniper rifle is actually going to make this next part really fucking easy. Whereas it would normally be really obnoxious. Glad they reused this hallway in Fatal Frame 1.
Oh, look at that fog.
Look at that picture of a castle.
That too.
Yeah, here's the heartbeat for some scary stares, because apparently Claire fears maniacal laughter.
Scared of stairs because she's a Belmont. There's nothing scarier than stairs if you're a Belmont.
You saw what happened when you get hit on the stairs when you shot that zombie earlier. You just fall all the way.
That is, yeah, that's gonna fuck you up. These goofy ass motherfuckers. Capped off by the fact that they're called Bandersnatches.
What are the things that are like Bandersnatches in Darkside Chronicles?
The Jabberwocks. They have like 7 arms and they're even dumber looking.
These are pretty abstract.
Yeah, if you didn't have the sniper rifle in this particular room, these two guys just fucking fly all over the place and just totally mess you up.
Though as I showed, they're not like trying to approach you at the start or anything, so they don't activate until you get close to them actually. more scare doors. This is where I found out that bats will make Steve freeze in place.
This is actually one of my favorite rooms in the game in terms of how it looks and the music.
It's really cool looking, yeah.
We'll go upstairs in a sec, but first there's this one. Which
Kinda
I
looks-
incorrectly said this is where Hulk's file is. It's actually in the palace.
Oh. Yeah, I misremembered that then. I thought it was somewhere else. Oh no, the cheese stick monster's trying to attack. Of course, the non-fictional cryptids. Haven't you heard of the Oklahoma octopus? That one's real.
Yeah, totally real.
Never knows how weird this one was.
I never looked at this thing, damn.
Yeah, it's kind of shaped. Like, they put in, you know, obviously a decent amount of effort into modeling these things, but... Like, you can tell they had some ideas, but they only put in as much effort as they had to, you know, make it beatable with players. Oh yeah, I forgot that this is just like a massive table. That's definitely one thing they play up in this, like with the palace and the private house. This like faded sort of grandeur where they've destroyed all their stuff and killed all the people that keep their place in running order.
Yeah, this cool looking room kind of makes me think of like a room from the original Devil May Cry. Like I could see it being in that.
Also, yeah, here's this totally annihilated door. I don't know what this is about.
Yeah, that door's all fucked up.
Well, trying to think about it, this was made at about the same time as the original Devil May Cry, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, like, this room is something I could imagine being in that, which is something I like about it.
I just like the idea of, Hideki Kamiya or somebody, just off of Resident Evil 2 being like, you should see the shit we're working on.
Keep focused.
Oh, wait, well...
They were working on Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, he was working on Resident Evil 4, and that turned into Devil May Cry. So it would be after this.
I've been doing my
The revival of the Ashford family depends on your success, brother.
Maybe that was inspired by this a little bit? Maybe.
It's possible.
the family name myself and make you the master of the...
I mean, I think I might have built off that, because there is still some stuff in that game that has, like, very Spencer-ish looking shit, so there's still, like, a lot of gothic stuff that's somewhat reminiscent to this. So I might have been trying to blend this with, like, RE1 Spencer Mansion state shit.
What is it, Alexia?
Nothing. I believe I must have been imagining things.
This is some
Let
pretty
us go,
impressive
brother.
vocal acrobatics from Alfred.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, doll.
Because,
Whoa.
if you were tuning in without having played this game or listening to the podcast, yeah, that's actually Alfred, so...
That's even worse in person.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
A common picture? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's digitized as shit, that's not common.
Looks like a corpse wrapped up in blankets.
Common. What kind of pictures do you have, Claire?
I mean, the only thing we know about Claire's taste in art is that she likes sick Valkyries and stuff.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, maybe.
Yeah, that illustration there is the design on the back of her jacket and the inventory screen. I always kind of wonder though how they got around with all these like zombie bats and shit everywhere. I think it's the highest density of scary doors in the game.
Too terrified to come in this room.
I'll just take this key. Should be fine. Ooh.
I mean, it's as vital as knowing that Steve is prisoner number 267 and he's a criminal.
Yeah, the design on Claire's jacket makes me think of like a what was it? Kuma-chan in Fighting Vipers. Actually, I guess he's in he's only in Fighters Megamix. He's just a background balloon in Fighting Vipers.
That reference goes over my head.
It's the stupid bear float.
Yeah, he's not animated.
Wait. Yeah, okay, I actually know what you're talking about now.
In the fighting game with the Daytona car.
Yeah, though the thing is his chest says all the sinners and saints on it.
Oh, that's right.
Anyways. Oh, they don't do that here yet. The Bandersnatch returns. And here's that creepy statue I mentioned in the podcast. The cherub with the missing chest.
It's a little unsettling.
Yeah, I actually kind of realized I have a thing about brutalized chest cavities. I'd forgotten it for a while. I think I first realized when I saw Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. But I was reminded of it by Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes with the bomb removal from Fozz's intestines.
Yeah.
That was hard to watch.
Well, it's hard to watch in general, even if you don't have like a thing for that kind of gore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can do like chest cavity shit on the fucking eyes. I can't do eyes. I can't see shit sticking in eyes.
I forget if this is gold or silver. Oh, it is silver.
Swim Spider hates needles sticking in, and Zen hates eyes. What did you think of the end of Dead Space 2?
Yeah, exactly. That's the one that always comes up. Not a fan.
Wow, look at that,
Draw distance.
artificial fog.
Holy shit.
It just looks like it's covered in Cheeto dust.
Solve my maze, Superman.
Oh, Lord. The orange kryptonite fog.
I forgot if there's anything to get in here yet. I don't think so. Yeah, we need to bring items here later. Though, if you don't unlock all the doors you can with the key, that won't give you the option to discard it. So it pays to unlock the door anyway. Alright, now we're coming up on the room that I thought was in the private house. You know what's better than fighting 2 Bandersnatches in a tight, like, garden corridor area?
Fighting them in a small room.
Fighting the Albinoid. Oh, no!
Hey, are you gonna try to kill the Albinoid by sniping it?
Fuck no.
It's too difficult. The Albinoid's too real.
Yeah, is this 2 or 3 Bandersnatches?
2.
Yeah, it is only 2.
Also, look at how many times I got hit, and I knew they were there. So here's the file from Hunk.
Just can't deal with their pulsating right arms.
I'm just surprised Hunk can write.
Oh yeah, I forgot that detail. Hunk trained here.
Guess he had to train somewhere.
I mean, what? The options are like here. Or the options that we know of are here or the fucking facility from Zero. But I think the facility from Zero is more of like a scientist training facility. Because this is like military, like Umbrella's combat team training facility.
That's true. Where's the memo from Tofu? That's what I want to know.
He trained in Japan.
I want to read his memo though, if he can fucking write. I want to see if he can and what he would write.
Yeah, Hunk is, you know, human unit never killed. Tofu, tasty object, forever.
Untouched? I don't know.
Yeah.
It just stands for, like every letter just stands for tofu.
Once we have that bowgun powder, the second one, then we won't need to pick up anymore. I think you only need 20 for the last boss. Less than 20,
maybe,
but more than 10, I think.
Maybe Tofu can write with guns then.
Tofu stands for tofu, and tofu.
It's short for fu. Alright, actually we can use this blue crest at 2 different places, so we could go back to the prison now, but it'll take great, so he's closer. Or maybe I'll just get the key. Yeah, I'll just get the powder. Also, I forget how, like, every hanging light is swinging in this game.
It's infected with the T Veronica virus, so it just shakes only.
Trying to remember what other Resident Evil was it? T Veronica. That was like thing.
T Veronica?
Yeah, the T Veronica virus specifically came back as like an important thing in one of the games. I don't remember which one though.
I mean, it did come back in 6 to make the C virus.
That might have been it. It was like one of the some C.
Yeah, it was implied that Ouroboros in 5 was made from, like, all of them.
Just all of them.
But it didn't seem like it.
No, not at all.
It was just, Wesker mashed a bunch of shit with Las Plagas is all that Ouroboros was.
Yes,
It was somehow
TO for
less effective. It was like somehow less effective than Las Plagas. I guess the one thing you could say it had over Las Plagas was less of an incubation time.
Yeah.
Which was apparently several hours in 4.
Yeah.
Leon gets infected at the beginning of the game, and it only becomes a problem right at the end of the game. And that's like a whole day.
I think 5 just goes to show that Wesker was probably just a really shitty scientist.
Well, yeah, he thought that the Tyrant was the ultimate life form.
Exactly.
When he knew that Birkin was working on the G virus, which was already better.
Do you think he... Oh, shit, I should have gotten the hemostatic. Oh, well, I'll get from the box here.
What would happen if Wesker was infected himself with a more effective virus than T?
What was that?
I said, what would happen if Wesker had infected himself with a more effective virus than T?
I don't think he got infected with the T-virus. I don't really think they ever say what he gets infected with.
It's infected with whatever the hell is in the Tyrant. I thought that was T, because it's T for Tyrant.
Well, they say somewhere where he takes some virus before he gets killed by the Tyrant.
Yeah,
and that's what brings him back.
In the Wesker report, Bergen gave him some special virus concoction, which he never describes, and he takes that, then gets quote-unquote killed by the Tyrant. But, yeah, also, I mean, I guess later in 5, when they reveal that he actually was created in a lab, that's why the virus isn't something he just gives they give to anybody. Just the most inefficient guillotine device.
I think it's implied that Birkin gives him some primitive version of the G virus. That doesn't make you fucking lose your shit and try to have sex with your relatives.
G virus had a lot of problems with it.
I don't think Birkin really thought it through when he injected himself.
Not even a little bit.
We'll go into that lab in a second. But first...
First, we need to push a box out of the way. So we can get a fire extinguisher, basically.
Yep.
So yeah, we've already used more than half of the fucking hunting rifle bullets.
Look.
Go ahead. Look at what?
I didn't have anything else to say.
Just take a look at this!
That we're like a third of the way through the game and we're already halfway done with our bullets.
Actually, the fire extinguisher's in the other... Well, that's fine, actually.
Not gonna pick up those flame rounds?
Nah.
We should be fine.
Yeah, Tofu could only use the knife, so he sucked, basically.
Security box.
He had heart, and that's what mattered, even though I'm pretty sure he didn't have an actual heart.
I actually have to go around the other way to get the other items. Oops. What's important is that I shot a lot. You're gonna want the handgun.
While you remedy that, I'm gonna get a drink, so I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh wait, no, I shouldn't go here yet. Here's that file I mentioned. Yes, he was an anatomist. That was his job. Though I don't know why you need to do that here.
Yeah.
Also, it's weird that they say that, oh, only Alfred and I know about this place under this building. Because there's, like, seats and stuff. It's a viewing room. Seems like they'd have to invite people.
Yeah, this anatomist isn't very, very smart. I forgot how goofy that looked.
Yeah, we'll be back in just a bit. First gotta get some items. Every time I see those dogs, I'm just like, nope. They're back already.
Yeah, it seems... I think they would come back that fast.
For enemies not, like, engineered to be fought with it, they're really good at dodging the sniper rifle. Wow, and I didn't think I'd hit with that shot.
I don't know, for a limited time I used the sniper rifle in this game. I found it could be a little janky sometimes.
Yeah, that's also true. Time to meet with our surly friend.
What are you doing here? Hemostatic medicine. How kind of you. Thanks.
Here, let me help you with that.
Thanks, but I can take care of myself. Just go.
Keep it. It was a gift from my brother, but...
Thanks. Here, let me give you this in return.
Alright, I'm back.
You might need it.
And I see we're doing side plot.
Yep.
Don't worry about me. What are you still hanging around for? Get out of here.
Oh, the lockpick.
See, Rodrigo's suffering, but he's not a dick about it.
It is sort of interesting to me in like a weird way of a kind of detail you would only think of if you overthink things about video games. But that player starts this game with the lighter, and Rodrigo starts technically, if you think about it, with the lockpick, which is the opposite of what usually happens in Resident Evil games. So
Yeah, actually. Yeah,
whereas
you
usually
have to
the
find a lighter.
if you're a lady, you usually have to find the lighter. Dudes are usually the people who start with that.
Yeah.
Though
It's
it
the
is a
other way
keepsake
around.
from Chris.
It is Chris's lighter. So it is technically the same lighter as in Resident Evil 1.
Alright, as we're hitting the 2-hour mark, I'm kind of wondering if we should just skip all the cutscenes from this point on.
If you want.
What cutscene are we on?
At this point? Well, it's gonna be the one with the doctor, which is funny, so...
Please deposit
Watch
any
that.
metallic items you have.
I mean, skip ones that aren't funny.
Yeah, we'll watch the good ones. So basically anything with Alfred's gonna be pretty good.
Wow, yeah, you really just hear zombies here all the time.
Yeah, we can probably skip that particular scene.
Yeah, we're gonna skip the transfer.
Yeah, that's one we can skip. We
No,
don't
yeah.
need to watch that.
We did actually, incorrectly, that line that Steve says is not that he's dressing as a woman, but he thinks he's two people. So instead of being transphobic, it's ableist.
It's still not great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no. What's in the body bag?
Oh no, here comes Oven Man.
So man, look at how how much blood is everywhere. They really should have used this scene for the whole warning this game could contain scenes of violence and gore.
Yeah.
Instead of making one up.
Yeah.
People really need to clean up down here.
Here's a torture chair.
I don't know, compared to the torture spikes, I'll take it.
Hey, look, another case.
Oh my god, those are flails. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, there's fucking flails. Like, he had to order those. I need flails down here. For what? Torture?
Hey, gun parts.
Also, it made the handle black instead of brown. Oh, we actually can't. We actually can't use it on the next part.
All I'm trying to say is, why the fuck would you have flails down here?
Here's the scary door sequence.
Oh, enough with the scary doors.
So you can have the grenade launcher at this point, but if you don't, you should bring gunpowder arrows. I'm doing neither because I'm cheating. This cutscene's fun. Hey.
Yep.
What? Oh.
Those 6 strafing strats.
Good shooting, Tex.
Oh, he's a special zombie because so he's faster.
At least he died in one hit.
I have the glass eye, which they just straight up put into 4. Like, yeah, let's fucking just have a glass eye in this game too.
But you gotta kill Centipede Man for it.
I just love in 4 that, like, they have all this sweet wooden technology and then they have a laser eye scanner built into their big gate.
Yeah, so there's the tunnel with the bats that if I'd given up the later by that point. Let's show off the custom handgun.
Custom handgun. It wastes your ammo way faster.
Yeah, this is not the kind of game where you need really to shoot that much faster in this kind of way.
It's still a improvement because you can set it to single fire and then it's just a gun that has more clip size.
That is true.
And it's faster.
And it is also faster.
I'm not sure what this is, actually. This I know. Yes, an old water mill. That's what it is, Claire. Do you not know what torture is?
I've never heard of torture.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I think the laser eye scanner is fantastic. I love how Resident Evil 4 doesn't really care at all about things like that.
Oh, that's the best part. Like, things like that and Robo Salazar really tell you what kind of game that is. That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, 4 sort of ramped things up. This one, more so, they, once you meet Alfred, then you know what the tone of the game is.
Solve this Legend of Zelda puzzle.
Yeah, you die if the gas reaches Claire's face level, because that's how gas works.
Pretty much, yeah, it's gas.
Hey, this is one of the best gags in the game, coming hot on the heels of that doctor one.
Oh, that's right.
This is a guy with a sword stuck
Yep.
in it.
Bad enough I was in the Iron Maiden.
I'm sure Claire would just be like, what's this thing?
I
What?
mean,
Huh?
most people wouldn't know what that thing is.
Yeah, I guess.
A
Anyways,
coffin with nails.
When's the last time? Well, I meant the player piano roll.
Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't know what the fuck.
I do like that he follows you.
yeah, a little reference to the first game. With staircase zombie. That was such a weird scene.
I feel that can be said for a lot of Resident Evil scenes, though.
Oh yeah, with a light enough touch you can actually fire the gun in single shot. Or like double shot. Even with an auto move. Here's the pro reload technique. With the item. I'll be in the palace.
And you know, just using the rifle, this is pretty much how I played Revelations 1.
The sniper rifle?
That's, yeah, all I pretty much used was the rifle.
It's a pretty good gun.
I haven't gotten around to Revelations yet. I have it on PC.
I still think it's really good.
Fun. It's way better than 6.
Yeah, that's kind of its 6's biggest problem. That
Yeah.
Revelations exists.
That sure didn't help, because they came out like right around the same time.
I think 6 looks, well, I think 6 is probably one of the better looking Resident Evil games on the whole.
You don't say. 6 looks better than the game that was developed for Nintendo 3DS.
Well, I mean, like I was gonna say, like, 6 looks better than the HD version. But, honestly, like that, I think it looks better than all of the Resident Evil games, art direction-wise. Well, like, moment to moment. I think it sets up scenes better. Resident Evil 4 has, like, much wackier stuff in it, which is great. But it is very brown and gray.
Well, Revelations 2 it has actual Barry, but Revelations 1 has Italian Barry.
Yeah, it's Parker, who's Italian Barry.
Parker's great. I don't know, I do think Revelations is like... It was pretty early for a 3DS game. I think it's one of the best looking 3DS games I played. It looks really good for one.
Yeah, I was surprised when I first saw footage of it.
I think the only thing that really seems like a limitation of the system is the load times with the weird spinny wheel rooms.
Here's this shit.
Oh, yeah, this cutscene.
Ah, yeah!
Is worth watching just because it has Wesker in it. Also, does his vest say ICP on the back of it?
No, I think it says... what was it, like Hive? I think he's like part of something called Hive in this.
It says ICP.
Yeah, it does. It's short
Oh,
for
it
his
does say
organization
ICP.
is-
My bad.
He's part of the insane clown posse.
Really? Where's your face paint, you fake juggalo?
You show up. I must thank you for being
Yeah, let's
such
show off
good
his
bait.
transformed eyes.
I don't know what went on between you two, but you have him all wrong. My brother is not the kind of person you think he is.
It's like the idea of Juggalo Wesker.
I despise Chris.
I need my
What are
hatchet.
you gonna do to him?
Oh, how your brother will weep to see you die. What? What is it? Stay there. I'm coming. It appears you may be of some
Ow.
use to me. I'm going to let you live a little longer.
Terminator.
Pretty much. He's got like that after image effect, like he's fucking Alucard from Symphony of the Night.
Oh, yeah, the letters were like really faded on the back of his jacket, like between the two, like, strap
Yeah.
things. Yeah. That's why I had literally never seen them before, because I always played this on a PS2 on like a CRT. That's why I was so amused by it.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Wesker since Resident Evil 1, because he's supposed to be dead.
Yeah. Very dead if you got the ending where his head got cut off by the tyrant. Or was that only in Remake?
No, that was in the original. I don't know that his head gets cut off by the tyrant. I think in one of the endings, he's just in the power room with his head
Well,
cut off.
it's like in Remake, which is the one I've played most recently, is like, depending on what you've done, he either gets like impaled by the tyrant, or it just like cleaves his head off. So, it's like, well, it's a lot like the various ways that Ada can get killed in 2, where it's like, well, one of them is clearly the one that had to have happened, because the other one, she's just dead. Like, what is it? In 2, Ada gets shot or she falls off a thing,
She
right?
either gets thrown into the, like, generator thing and electrocuted, but is still alive after that for a bit. Or she falls off the thing.
That's what it was.
Oh, it's the spooky stairs again.
Thank you, sniper rifle. Whoops, I forgot they were over here. your rank drops maybe every time you use a first aid spray?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Or maybe like after you use one, your rank drops, and then after you use like 3 or something like that.
Yeah, it might be that. I think it is every time you use one, though, but I might be wrong.
So yeah, that's another reason to mix herbs over using first aid sprays.
Yeah, I'm not signing the hitbox, but if somebody could link that, that's just like a shot of Wesker's back, so you can. No, I'm just not signed in.
Oh no, I mean Zen isn't modded.
Oh yeah. That's like artwork, so you can see the letters more.
God damn it, I don't have the music box played yet. Whoops. Yeah, oh, I mean, I mentioned that puzzle's very much like, oh, I can't do a thing, I guess I have to wait until I can do another thing.
It does kind of look like that Hitman.
I kind of would be up for playing like a fucking Hitman game where you play as Wesker. That'd be kind of fun.
It would be like, oh, another person dead by getting punched 400 feet away.
Hey, you could stab your hand in them. That doesn't push him too far.
Yeah, it seems like maybe he'd get like a character action game or something. Remember what I can do next, actually.
What did you just do? I was too busy looking for pictures of Wesker.
I put the amp jewel into the music box.
What was that thing on the ground? In front of the Luger door.
Oh, that's the employee ID card that you need to get the code to open the doors downstairs.
Oh, but you knew the password, so you didn't bother.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we put the ant jewel in. Let's see.
I need to do more stuff at the training facility. Wait a second, though, I can't. Oh, there are more doors I can unlock. Yeah, because, like, once you get to that elevator with Steve, there's actually more places you can go. But you just automatically go up to that one floor.
there's still, I guess there's still a proof you need, right?
Yeah. Couple, actually, I think.
One of them's right in front of the palace, and you already put one of them in, I think.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't put one in yet.
Oh, I thought you did, damn.
There goes the one that's like upstairs. Yeah, I need to get another one of the blue plates. Huh. That's not good. What am I forgetting? Oh, wait, no. Maybe?
Well, let me go to the walkthrough by CVX Freak.
I shouldn't need that. I've played this game for years. Years.
Oh,
Well,
I'm just
not
getting it up because I still love the conclusion.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, we didn't mention on the podcast because it's not relevant to that, but we can definitely read it.
Oh wait, is this a different walkthrough? Maybe it was a different walkthrough I was reading. It was one of the ones of Game Facts. I think it was actually a different Game Fact. Shit, it was one of them.
Fuck, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'll look up a walkthrough too.
Oh wait, no, maybe I can backtrack through the other door. Wait, maybe that doesn't help either. Oh, maybe there's an item I missed here though. Because I ran away from the dogs. There we go. Alright, I'm back on track.
Alright.
Yeah, it's so weird. I mean, I played this recently, but... Well, I guess that was last year, actually. Here's the other plate.
Alright, good.
Actually, I should go get that other key card before I go to the rest of these videos. Because I think they're all locked with the blue card. Yeah, the whole combining bullets with your handgun to reload in the menu, that actually stayed in as a viable technique even in Resident Evil 5. Like most runs of the Mercenaries, where they try to get the high score, they... when the character's in a transitional animation, like jumping down a ledge or something, they quickly pop up in the menu and combine the bullets.
Yeah, it's usually faster.
Luckily, we don't have to walk all the way back once we get the key card. Use a shortcut. This plate will come back later. Pick up all the stuff that was here when Steve was here. Including something very important. Well, in a normal playthrough, very important.
Yeah.
Grenade launcher. The noxious gas does something later.
Fucking Bandersnatches.
Yeah. No fair at all. I forget if there's something important here yet. Yeah, here's where the T-virus is being contained.
And of course, the shit went wrong, because it always do.
Yeah, so this is... I don't even think Wesker intentionally unleashed the T-virus on the island. They just, you know, the process of blowing stuff up. Whoops. There's another upside of the grenade launcher. It can hold however many grenades at a certain ammo type you have.
I think that's happened in other games, though.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just being in case people didn't know that. In case you thought the, you know, bowgun had that advantage over every other weapon.
I'm so mad I can't find that fucking FAQ with the silly ending now. I've been looking for it for like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I found it at one point and tweeted it, but I don't remember what text I wrote with it, so it'd take forever to search for.
Well, I guess I'll put some time into it as well.
Yeah, since I don't need help getting through the game.
And we gotta find this. Because this is just straight up amazing. You don't want to miss out.
Definite timestamp of the era. Oh, and all this time I've been moving with the D-pad. Let me show you what controls with the analog stick are like. Pretty bad.
Yeah. I was gonna just look through all the pictures that you've tweeted,
Nope.
but you tweet so many fucking pictures that doesn't help at all.
Yeah, sometimes I just see something and I'm like, oh, I could probably like combine a screenshot with another picture to make a joke out of that.
I'm trying to remember, was it on GameFAQs?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was on GameFAQs.
Alright, do we remember who it was by?
No.
No.
Alright, looks like I'm looking through all of them.
Just jump to the bottom though, it's at the very end.
Exactly.
Whoops. Just got out of the same photos already on. I'll show off the grenade launcher next chapter.
I'm still going by looking through your tweets. I've only gotten back to when we were watching Galarian.
Yeah. Like I said, man, like I don't know, maybe try to search for time, as I said, Veronica.
I don't know if that'll help. Twitter's not that good.
Anyways, here's the first mention of the albinoid.
Oh, Jesus.
In red.
Prepare to be disappointed.
They injected the virus into the genes of a salamander. Not a salamander.
Just its genes. Oh my god.
That's a very yawning mouth.
Mm-hmm. Trying to remember like any straight up stuff, any straight up quotes, so I can like control F that shit.
Brock?
Yeah, just type Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that's right!
Just type Brock Lesnar if you find anything.
I found it!
Hey!
Alright, read that out.
It was the first one after that. Alright. Should I just read the closing moments?
Yeah.
Alright. Closing moments. Resident Evil rules. Nemesis kicks ass. Wesker's god of RE. Chris and Steve are the best thing ever happened to RE. Leon sucks so badly. Claire rocks big time too. Jill is plain and simple hot. Brock Lesnar's god.
Oh, fucking game facts. Circa when this game came out.
Brock Lesnar is god.
Oh, it cuts out every time you see the number. I was trying to line up a good shot of the skeleton. I'm gonna try one more time. No, too high. It's pretty good. Oh, good. You can resume if you miss.
There's still some pretty good stuff here. Thanks to Steve for being in this game. Yeehaw. Oh my god. Thanks myself. Who thanks themselves? What an asshole.
Here's what the grenade launcher does to regular zombies. Yeah, the default one is a spread grenade, actually, not individual shots. Though it doesn't fly that far, it's actually the shortest range.
Yeah. One of the ones that are not spread. That's acid is a single round. I remember that.
Yeah. So
the bow gases, it kind of just blows up and goes everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't remember if fire rounds are a spread or if it's
everyone except the
one
default
round.
is single shot.
You can't go down into the sewer yet, can you? Like the lower levels of this place.
Yeah, I was there already.
Alright.
Alright, since I've unlocked everything else, I can finally discard this card. Yeah, if you don't retrace your steps earlier, then you can't get rid of the card.
Well, you can throw it in the item box.
Yeah, but I mean the discard function specifically. So yeah, if you see any items you want in here, you have to get them now.
Yep.
Yeah, he's pretty dead.
Yeah, I like the albinoid is way more dangerous on land than it is in the water, its natural habitat.
Looks so stupid.
Biohazard contamination detected. Level 3.
The skeleton picture.
Close.
Oh no!
I'll just stand here. And you need a full POV shot of escaping to freedom.
What could we ever do against the albinoid?
Alright, did it. Yeah, if you wait too long in that section, then you'll get the same effect as if you waited too long doing self-destruct, which is just your character over a black background, running... this is closest. Yeah, just running away from a bunch of explosions that catch up to them.
But nothing blew up. At least this time.
Yeah, I guess it just they didn't want to make it. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, actually, I think the screen just like gets covered in like a fire effect when the glare falls over it. That's right. That's how you sterilize.
Forgot there's just a tank here.
Yeah, you know.
It's infected with the T. Veronica virus.
The T stands for tank.
Man, an infected tank would be really stupid. I'm glad no game's ever done that except Devil May Cry 2. Jesus. put up this much better picture.
And the other picture looks really crappy. Like the blue one with like the guy.
With like Christopher Columbus, and then we have BAM!
Have prototype spinal stage.
Exactly. Spinal stage if it was set in hell.
Oh, not hurt. Whatever. And we're gonna go back to the palace again.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, I can also see in part, like, in terms of, you know, especially with modern, you know, streaming and stuff like that, like, games didn't used to be presented that way, so the whole fact that this is, like, a quiet thing you do with by yourself didn't really matter so much, but, like, yeah, as a streaming game, there's still entertainment to be had here, I hope. People are finding this entertaining enough, but, you know, compared to something like Resident Evil 4, where you're just kicking ass constantly, yeah, I can see why things went the direction they did.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same problem that every Resident Evil game until you get to 4 has, though.
That's true.
I mean, this game does have a lot more going on than, say, Zero, which has almost nothing going on after the train.
Yeah, Zero's dull for this kind of game.
I think Remake can still be really fun to watch in a stream, because I have watched streams of Remake. I think that can still be entertaining.
I think it'd probably be pretty fun to watch RE3, because that one always has, like, lingering tension of when will Nemesis show up again.
That's true. And it's fast.
Yeah.
By comparison.
There's the one part where you play as Carlos. That part is a little slow, I think.
True, but you do have, like, the assault rifle that whole time.
Yeah. I just think that's probably, like, the biggest part of downtime, I'd say, in that game, in terms of, like, interest, at least for me.
Do you remember the solution of this puzzle or not?
No, not exactly. I look it up. Well, I puzzle it out every time. If you could look it up, that'd probably make things faster, because this is a little trial and error even with all the information.
Yeah, Alexander Ashford is kind of, like, the biggest piece of shit in this game, probably.
Alright, do you want the solution? Do you want the solution for the puzzle, or...?
I think I got it. I'll just try this once.
Alright, if you don't get it, I'll just tell you. It's not that hard of a puzzle, it's just, you know, if it takes up too much time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Yep.
There you go.
Time for some more 3D.
Ooh. Whoa. This blows my mind in the 1990s.
Well, it didn't come out in the 90s.
I know, I'm just saying, this would blow my 90s mind. Probably because I was also, like, 6.
Well, I mean, at that time, this is one of the best looking.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, it would blow my mind because of that, but also because I was really young.
Yeah, that's true. And it would be on a CRT screen.
Good old CRTs. Still see them every once in a while because of fucking Melee.
Still have a CRT for when I need to play old games because they don't work so well on HD.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I started up Kingsfield the Ancient City on this monitor.
Oh man.
Oh god. Yeah, this has gone on for longer than the podcast.
Well, yeah, it's the game.
Well, not the recording of the podcast yet, though. That'll be
Yeah.
in another half hour.
Yep.
Still like the editing job you did, where it's basically you took out every possible pause between statements. This is like a fucking like Micro Machines commercial of us talking about Code Veronica.
We were just all really excited to talk about Code Veronica. The moment we had a minute to talk, we were gonna fucking take it.
Yeah, tight edits are definitely something I wanted to do to make sure the runtime didn't go on too long.
Well, yeah, that's understandable. We did go on for quite a while.
Though it was actually easier to keep on track for that than it was for Phantasy Star Online because, well, Resident Evil, I think the big disappointment, like, Goggler and I hadn't played Resident Evil 6 yet. You had, and so when that came up, that's when you discussed your disappointment with that game. But for the Phantasy Star Online episode, there were the sort of twin disappointments of Phantasy Star Universe and PSO2 that everyone else had played, so those came up.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And people had some words for those.
How long did that one go on again?
The recording was 4.5 hours.
I was gonna say, I think it was like somewhere around 4 hours is what I remember hearing.
Yeah, 4.5 hours edited down to about 3.5. Though the bonus episode for that is also like half an hour, whereas ours was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
There were some points where I'm like, why did we even discuss this? Like trying to work out which Resident Evil games had, or like what the spiders looked like in all the Resident Evil games. Like we spent like 2 or 3 minutes on that topic for some reason.
I don't like spiders. I don't really remember what we said about the spiders, actually.
Just like which ones were hairy and which ones
Oh,
were...
that's right. Yeah, that's why, because I don't like fucking hairy-ass spiders.
Yeah, luckily this game doesn't have them.
Yeah, it has, like, the one that's, like, all like glassy and shit.
And here's the only place where this music is in the game. Here's the symbolism key.
Yep. Oh man, the dragonfly. And then an ant, of course. I don't know, of all insects to be obsessed with, ants are pretty low tier.
Well, they have a quip, though.
I know. I know why they picked ants, but...
I forgot to play the song here, too.
Yeah. This song has like 5 or 4 different versions. I forget how many exactly.
A lot of versions for, you know, for one song.
Yeah, I actually, when I was going through the soundtrack, it has all the versions except the one that's in the film. So I actually had to rip that from a YouTube video.
It is kind of weird that it would be missing that one of all versions.
Oh, yeah, here's this thing.
Oh, yeah.
And here's this bit that reveals that Alexis is a super genius. Yep, 10 years old. I like how generalized it is. Graduate at the top of her class from a prestigious university. You know, those newspapers never mention specific schools.
Yeah, we don't know where, just a prestigious school.
She went to prestigious university.
Yep.
They could have made something up.
I think my favorite thing about Alexia, like, being super smart and getting hired, is Birkin being super salty about it.
Yeah, that's like the best thing about Wesker Report 2. Is Wesker talking about
fucked by a child.
Is Wesker talking about how pissed off Birkin is.
Well, he did work very hard. But also, like, man, Birkin was one of the most obviously evil people.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I hung out with Wesker all the time.
Yeah, if Resident Evil 0 has anything to go off of, I guess they just, like, hung out on Friday nights.
Hold it right there.
Yeah, Wesker and Birkin hanging out in an abandoned facility looking at a monitor.
It's just they're the cool kids.
For the pride of the Ashford family, I will kill you. Wait!
What's going on?
Steve!
Yeah, does this turn into the cutscene, or is it the cutscene after this that's the not great one?
The one after this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was this one too, actually.
Are you okay?
That's just a series of people, like, grunting, going,
I'm fine.
Yeah,
Here's Steve dutifully checking under the bed.
I gotta check under there for monsters.
Seems clear.
must be.
Here we go. Skip that. Yeah.
It was worth it just to watch him jump from the top rope.
That was the transphobic cutscene.
Yeah, that's the you don't want to watch cutscene.
Yeah, I was requested that we skip that one, and it's not very funny. Outside
No,
the
not
fact
really.
that Claire says, "So there never was an Alexia."
Yeah. He doesn't disappear as I again skip it.
Yep. Bloody from all angles.
Oh man, it's that SCP item I heard all about.
Also, yeah, normally if you collected all the proofs at this point, then that cutscene flows right into the self-destruct sequence being activated. But, since we didn't pick up the one in front of the mansion, we're gonna do that, or the palace, we're gonna do that now. And that'll set off the alarm, you get a slightly different cutscene.
It's better just because you don't have to fucking listen to the siren for long.
That's true.
Alright, it's about the same distance. It's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
My question though is, do we skip the cutscene on plane? Because there's also a not great bit in there, but it also has Steve being a creepo, which we discussed a lot.
Oh, the creepo part's right after is a separate cutscene.
Yeah, I think
The transphobic one's before the boss fight.
Yeah.
I guess I'll show off the gas rounds real quick. Yeah, I think actually we'll probably just close up the stream once we finish the clear section of this.
I was gonna say once we're done with this part, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, that's all of disc 1, so...
Exactly.
What I can tell you is that, oh, you can't beat Alexia with the sniper rifle. You'll take too much damage and it won't do enough to her. Also, if you use the linear launcher on Alexia's top half, during that boss fight, it'll give you the ending cutscene.
Good.
Yeah, I wish I can't move.
It would be way less annoying than the actual way that you have to hit her with the linear
Yeah.
launcher.
Evacuate immediately.
And then this cutscene plays when you get out of here.
Claire!
The survivors. Three
Better
planes.
get out of here too.
Right.
Yeah, 3 planes full of people that we didn't see this whole time on this island.
Somehow.
And here's the self-destruct theme song, where I realized that actually the announcement for the self-destruct sequence being activated
We gotta get to that airport.
is timed at specific parts of the song. So I'm kind of disappointed that there was a self-destruct remix where he says it in time with music. Code Veronica X would at least add out the sweet Resident Evil medley dance remix for the credits they did.
It was a different time.
All personnel, evacuate.
Well, it's either that or the original ending theme.
The self-destruct system has
I don't know why they bothered to show you that, because you couldn't catch up to him anyway, because you run up the stairs at a set speed.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, the fucking remix wouldn't be too out of place because every other Resident Evil ending theme till this point was pretty goddamn unfitting itself.
Wow, Steve, great job leaving all these zombies here. Dick.
What a nice guy.
Anyways, here's the POW gas rounds on zombies. Bonk.
That's why there's only 3 of them in the game, because they're not that good.
Let's get out of here.
That shows up if you talk to Steve.
Looking at Steve makes me think I gotta get the fuck out of here. I can't blame Claire on that one.
No! We can't take off unless we raise the bridge.
Leave that to me. You stay here and make preparations for takeoff.
I still remain unconvinced that Steve could fly a plane.
Me too.
Oh, nothing changed your mind in the intervening year? Not year. Roughly. The intervening time.
A year.
Less than a year, actually. Yeah, it was like the summer. The lengthy unemployment, which, yeah, fun. Inside baseball. I was unemployed after I recorded the first episode, so I did that whole edit when I didn't have anything else to do because I had to look for a job in the morning. And then the second one was recorded and edited while I was unemployed. What the hell? Oh my god. Oh, that was
Oh.
I've
You gonna be
never
okay?
seen that.
Buddy. He was like licking that shit. I think he was just really confused.
Nope, still a texture of a plane.
It's okay. Steve knows how to fly textures, so.
I was checking, but you can't skip this. Sure, but still.
Would be nice to skip, but being able to skip any cutscenes back in the day was nice.
Isn't that right, Kingdom Hearts 1?
Yeah.
Oof.
Also, I mean, in 4, since you can aim anywhere, they definitely had to make the game more reactive to the fact that you can aim anywhere. Which is why, you know, like shooting Ashley and stuff is just great. I think think I was most surprised when in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, there's a part where you rescue the damsel in distress. And then there's a section after that in the stage, and she's present. And I'm like, oh, well, the entire game story is treated her like background furniture. So let's see what happens when I shoot her now. Oh wow, she died. I got a game over.
Guess I cared about her then.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Until detonation.
I like the music cuts out here in this part. Also, I misremembered in the podcast when Alfred says, "I know true terror is all about." It's here. And I won't skip this one because then you can at least see the touch that his voice is in between Alexi's and his.
Allow you fools to escape. This is what you get for trying to oppose me. Now feel my revenge.
But that's all.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Yeah, the self-destruct does take a very long time, honestly. And then it doesn't actually do that much.
Yeah, well. Gulpworm.
Yeah. Oh no, Gulpworm. I'll miss my best friend Gulpworm.
Like, this whole island kind of explodes, but then Chris shows up like a day later. And
It's honestly doesn't look that bad, so.
Really nothing actually blew up despite blowing up. It's weird.
Oh no.
It's
An
ham
actual tyrant.
It's ham hands.
I'm really good at punching shit, but I can't open doors. Honestly, one thing I just remembered is Alfred Ashford is actually technically a character in the Resident Evil movies.
The self-destruct system
For one of the movies. Then he dies. And he's a dude in a wheelchair that looks nothing like Alfred Ashford.
Yeah, I remember that.
In name only, Alfred Ashford.
Well, he
Just
was also
like
a
every
scientist in the movies. Instead of just a douchebag.
Yup. Resident Evil movies, they'll remember the names of characters, but they won't remember anything else.
Yeah, I mean, that the video game we still haven't really entirely escaped that adaptation plague of name dropping stuff on.
Isn't that right, Chris Prison Break Redfield?
Isn't that right, Dr. Carmack in the Doom movie?
Yeah. Oh man.
Dr. Carmack and then a soldier named Pinky.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, this is the year that the Warcraft movie and Assassin's Creed movie come out, so.
Great, two movies I'm not going to go see.
Yeah, I couldn't care less, and I'm sure they'll be amazing pieces of cinema.
I am only interested in Assassin's Creed because Michael Fassbender is playing the lead role. And because he's very good at speaking multiple languages and being, like, cool.
Is there any details on that movie? Like...
There have been some photos of him. He has really dumb face tattoos.
I'm looking forward to watching both of those movies on YouTube in like 2 years.
Pretty much. I like that sounds like a really good movie. That's true to the MMO experience.
Slaying bears for their bare asses.
And then you go to loot one. I didn't have one. Now I need to go to this other place so I can come back so they respawn. Fuck.
Time to say goodbye to this death trap.
Oh, I don't miss doing that at all.
These cutscenes are not at all improved for the HD release. So these look like garbage on HD monitors.
Yeah, they were pre-rendered, so they're gonna look like that forever.
Yep, in the fucking remake HD release, there's the pre-rendered cutscenes of like really random stuff, like opening a sluice in water. It looks so fucking bad. It looks so terrible.
Claire, I'm sorry. I know I caused a lot of trouble for you.
Fuck you, Steve.
Hey, it was hard for both of us.
Anyways, that's a cutscene where the transphobic stuff happens. The plane gets locked and oh no, that's actually next. Whatever.
Guess you have to play it yourselves, people.
Well, here's the secret Harrier hangar.
This game is not over yet. Now you will see what real terror is. Oh,
He's got 2 planes. That's my favorite thing. Like, why 2 planes?
Well, just like apparently mixing herbs is something that requires skill, but everyone can do it. Flying Harriers is something anyone can do.
I don't really object to him knowing how to fly a Harrier. It's why does he have 2 of them?
Okay, someone else comes by that knows how to fly it.
Who else? No one goes anywhere near this place because Alfred will kill them.
Well,
It's
like you
for
said,
Alexia.
it's for Alexia.
Yeah.
Who isn't at this base?
It's for when she wakes up.
The cargo room hatch
From the old days.
I don't know.
check it out.
Thanks. I've unlocked the cargo room door.
Really, it's there so that Chris can fly it at the end of the game.
Oh yeah.
Is why. But
Anyways, this should go fine.
probably. I would hope you had had a healing item, but you just didn't pick up any of them, so...
Nah.
It'll be fine.
But from, like, a firepower standpoint, fucking yeah, look at what you have.
You know, I feel like the heartbeat thing probably wouldn't have come off as, like, cheesy if they only did it for things before you're about to fight a boss. Because you know you're gonna fight a boss.
Yeah, the random part, like, oh no, the heartbeat stairs, they're super scary. A little much.
He also does one of the worst tyrant yells, which will sound really rubbery.
Brrr. Where's his dick? Tyrants
Thanks,
don't have
BIJ.
dicks. That's why they're so mad, because they don't have any junk. I guess the T-virus just kills your junk.
Oh no!
That wasn't enough damage, I guess.
Alright. I guess tyrants can't procreate, even though they're supposed to be the ultimate life form. Good job, Tyrant.
Yeah, so you can't actually kill Tyrant, even though, like, we've done enough damage that any Tyrant in any other game would be dead.
Alright.
With the catapult when he's damaged enough. And he blows up. Actually, kind of wish you had gotten hit and flown out the back of the plane.
Rip
It's one of the
hands indeed.
One of the best unique deaths in this game is getting knocked out the back.
Oh, never mind. This is the transphobic
Oh,
one.
nothing.
It's so hard to keep track of exactly when. But there's the Yeah, here we go.
All the
We
cutscenes on the
skipping this
playthrough
one,
kind
the
of.
creeper one.
Did
I
we?
don't know. Creeper one, just to prove how much of a shitbag Steve is. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Because otherwise, you might just think he's annoying. But no, he's an asshole.
Yeah, this is to make it even more okay that he dies, because, like, okay, annoying people in real life don't deserve to die. But people... Okay, I maybe am being a little judge, jury, executioner about sexual assault, but, you know, I don't feel bad for those people, generally. That's not an incredibly controversial opinion.
I don't want him to die, I just don't feel bad when he does.
I mean, his death is not even really that bad compared to Ben Bertolucci's in 2, or Irons can die this way too, but having the parasite rip out of his body, that's a terrible way to die. That guy's just a jerk.
Irons is pretty fucked up.
17 degrees.
Especially since he looks like Hagar and is nothing like him. Not nearly as much of a paragon of justice and fairness.
That's the Antarctic. We're over the Antarctic.
What?
Hey, those are the seaplanes that left the island right before us.
Then that must mean this place belongs to Umbrella.
Like that. Oh wait, yeah, it does have a digital display. You can see it in that cutscene. So it is like a weird clock. Why does he have a clock on his neck?
I think it's locked to his display number. Or his prisoner number. So yeah, this is here because this is where disc 1 ends. And on the Dreamcast, you can't switch out the discs without resetting the system. So you have to save your end data, then switch out the discs, then load it again. But this doesn't go against your save count for the final game, because that would suck.
That'd be a dick move.
Yeah, I remember my friend, because he had been used to PC games, but he was playing Shenmue, and he got to the end of the first disc, and pulled it out before he had saved. And I was like, oh my god, dude, why didn't you look at the screen? And I was like actually pretty pissed off at him. Then he beat the boss that you don't have to beat at all, who, like, it was optional, Chai. Like, he beat him then, which my brother and I hadn't been able to pull off. I was like, god damn it. God damn it.
Fighting in Shenmue is pretty hard, actually.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
No,
like
not
being
really.
based on a fighting game system.
Alright. So, yeah, we're gonna call the stream for about here. Yeah, this has been going on for about 3.5 hours. Pretty good.
Not too bad.
Are we gonna finish it at some point, or are we just done?
Nah, I mean, I think this is plenty. We've said all we have to say about the
Enough
game.
of a proof of concept of here's what this fucking game is.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Still alive.
I mean, and as you've seen how the sniper rifle works against things of various movement speeds, yeah, it's also bad against hunters, bad against mobs.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And
Boo,
Steve's gonna be a
Steve.
dick.
Boo.
Thanks.
Crawling in my skin.
This isn't even getting to the one a little bit later on where Steve, like, almost kills them because he's too busy looking at Claire's butt instead of operating the heavy machinery he's supposed to be looking at.
Yeah, if you want to see more of the cutscenes and stuff. Oh, we've discussed this at the end of the podcast. Well, there are collections of just the cutscenes on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Or play the game, it's good.
Yeah,
that too.
You've seen some solutions to a lot of puzzles already and such, but, you know, you've also not really seen the combat as it actually is, which definitely is not thrilling action gameplay, but it requires you to know when to plant your feet, you know, time your attacks. It's an enjoyable retro game.
Yeah, if you like old Resident Evil games, this is a pretty good one to try.
All right, so yeah, thanks, Goglins, and for joining me again for this.
Yeah,
No problem. I like Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's what
fun.
you said last time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I feel the same time this time too. Like, I like Resident Evil. I'll talk about it.
We still like Resident Evil, as it turns out.
Yep. Yeah, and having played Resident Evil 6, I do want to do a podcast episode, but I felt a lot more positively about it than either of my guests here.
Well, no, it's like you have the most positive opinion of it, and Zen hates it a lot. I thought it was whatever. So, like, I didn't hate it. I liked, okay, here's the controversial opinion. Here is the controversial opinion. I liked it about as much as I liked Vanquish when I played that.
Yeah, that is a controversial opinion because people really like Vanquish.
I really thought it was average.
Yeah, but so that's the next planned episode. Thanks everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope you were entertained. And I'll be doing this. I meant to do the Phantasy Star Online one first because I did that episode first, but this was much easier to do because you didn't need to coordinate people to play with. But I'll announce, if I'm gonna get around to doing a stream of that. And yeah, have a good night. Keep thinking.
Is that your sign off?
Yes, it is.
Brock Lesnar is God.